Hello and welcome. It is the 18th day of May, 2017. Welcome. My name is Derek. Let's take a look at the DOGE chart in cryptocurrency. But before we do that, have you ever read a newsletter from a banking, financial, investment firm that writes anything within this type of measure? Let me read it. We are pleased to announce that stock markets have gained well, but many indicators are starting to point south. Have you ever considered profit taking on peaks? Has a bank ever told you such before? Again. You can choose to make bets on the market to fall if one chooses, or leave and bet that the market will not fall. Either way, you are betting. Good luck. We are more pleased to announce that Bitcoin has been making superior gains, which are trading via a free market. Many alternate coins are making great gains, which can make it possible for many people to not only enjoy massive yields, but to increase your Bitcoin total. This is a great hedge against fiat currency and the banking system. You know us. Gold and silver prices remain dirt cheap. You only get paper contracts through us, but buying bullion elsewhere remains a good decision to hedge against our failure. When coming to the bank, ask about affordable loans, debt, at only 4% interest, as we make your currency out of thin air based on creditors' balances. Feel free to pick up a pamphlet at our banks to how fiat currency is created and the risk created by our banking cartel. Yeah, if you go to a bank and ask them for how fiat currency is created, if it is true, if it is created practically out of thin air based on your creditors' balances and the risk associated, a teller probably won't help you. You're not going to get any help at all anyway. Now let's move on to the DOGE chart, starting within the hourly time frame. And what do we see here? What we see is this market's been going in an uptrend. I was fortunate to manage to buy this at a much cheap price of 50. Now it's making some gains. I've sold small, so I got two sell targets that I'm looking at. First one is around 127 because we have this up move that goes down. So that's why I'm looking for an upside target. I'm looking for the markets to go down like this, correct, and then when it breaks resistance, where's it going? Well, high divided by low to the root, the exponent of 1.618, multiply the low, well, in this case it's 127. Yeah, that's where I'll place a sell order. Now, as far as Fibonacci is concerned, you can do this relatively easy. For what you need to do is you see, okay, the first level will be somewhere around here. The second one will be somewhere around here because it's like 38% of the way up. And well, obviously what has happened is this area has been holding well short term near the upper end of this previous high. And it's looking to have a test towards this point of view going higher. But the key thing is on the break above, I'm expecting a decent shot that maybe 127 might be a resistance area level. As far as the weekly chart is concerned, you have this situation after this up move where it has a major fail, losing, well, 134 down to 115. Yeah, that's pretty big. Pretty big to say the least. So now the Fibonacci retracement, first off 35, and 35 in here has held well, as has 58. So this is showing as if there's a good chance that this is looking to be that of a failed breakout, or breakdown that is. And now on the break above, what's a big resistance area field at around 134, an area that was this original consolidation period before it had its big move. And then again, before the end of 2014, start of 2016, and again coming up to this point, that if it breaks above it, I got an up target towards 519, and anytime it goes well above it, say it's over 200, well, where do you buy? Or where's a good spot where you think it would go down? Well, where did it come from? 134 up in this area here. So that's what I'd be looking for again if the price has that kind of move. And then we'll be still looking at those 58 and 35 areas as significant levels of support if there is any down move. I think that any type of move coming back here again would still not be out of question, but that happened yesterday because that's where I bought. I bought at 50 actually. At least I did on Poloniex. I did. I was fortunate enough to have a flash move down to that number. And yeah, so if it comes down further, maybe you have a decent move, or it might take a couple weeks and comes back higher. But this thing can continuously go straight up and straight down. We've seen it on so many different charts. We're seeing it on this one because it has been going straight up recently. It was straight down here. It was straight down in 2015 for most of this time frame in here on a couple different occasions, and it's had major rallies. In fact, every single rally has been pretty interesting, as the 2014 one straight up, the 2015 and early 2016 one. Every single time this has gone up, it has had these straight up movements. And if it continues to maybe go in a sideways range, well, the range is mainly roughly between 30 and about a little over 100. So that will be the analysis for today. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.